Hello everyone, welcome to your chemistry class. Today we will be going to study about the modern periodic table. As we know that we are studying the chapter classification of elements, or you can say periodic classification of elements. We have gone through the various classification like Dobereiner triads, Newland law of octaves, Mendeleev's periodic table we have just gone through, and even we have studied that there are some limitations of Mendeleev's classification. So there was the modification has been done by the scientist named Henry Moseley in 1913. He showed that the atomic number of an element is a more fundamental property. As we have studied the limitation of Mendeleev's classification, that it is not able to give the position to the isotopes. Means isotopic, or you can say isotopes are not able to give the place in the Mendeleev's classification. If Mendeleev's classification was based on the increasing number of atomic masses, so isotopes should also be have the place, but it has not been placed. So Henry Moseley just modified it and just consider, or you can say he just adopted atomic number, because he considered that atomic number of an element is a more fundamental property. And he stated that, or you can say modern periodic law can be stated as follows: properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic number. Like in Mendeleev's classification, properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic masses, but it has been modified in the modern periodic law that properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic number. So on the basis of atomic number, Henry Moseley has put forward the modern periodic table, which you can see. This is the modern periodic table which has been given by Henry Moseley. This is the modern periodic table. Each and in if you will consider in the modern periodic table, it has been increased, because if you will see the number of groups in Mendeleev, it was only group is 8, periods were 6, but if you will go through the modern periodic table, the group has been increased. Now it has been 18 groups are there, 7 periods are there, and still 2 series, that is lanthanide series and actinide series, has been given under. If you can see at the downside, the lanthanide and the actinide series has also been mentioned. So this is the modern periodic table which has been given. And here if you will consider about the position of elements in the periodic table. So in the modern periodic table, elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic numbers. As I have said, it was based on their atomic numbers, and it is having 7 horizontal row of elements called periods. Like in Mendeleev's it was 6, here it is 7, and it is having 18 vertical column of elements called groups. In Mendeleev's classification there was 8 groups, but here it has been given the 18 groups, because in Mendeleev's classification each and every group has been divided. If you have seen up to 7, it has been divided into 2 subgroups also, but in the modern periodic table that subgroup has been, if you will consider, it has been removed, and it has been given the 18 vertical column which considered as groups. The elements present in any one group have the same number of valence electron. It means if you will consider the valency, so the valency of an element is determined by the number of valence electrons present in the outermost shell of its atom. As you have studied about valency in class 9th also, so the number of valence electron present, that is considered as the valency. And if you will consider, like if there is 1, because valency can be from 0 to 4 only. So if there is 7, so it will be just you can subtract it by 8, because we all know about the octet rule, that in the outermost shell it should be having 8 electrons. So from 0 to 4 the valency will be same as considered as the valence electrons, but as soon as the valence electron increases above 4, like if it is 5, 6, 7, so it will be just subtracted by 8, and that is how we get the valency of each and every element. And when you will consider about the valency, depending on the valence electrons and the valency, each and every atom has been prescribed in a group. So atoms of different elements with the same number of occupied shells are placed in the same period. If you will consider about the number of shell, like we have studied also in class 9 about K element shell. So if you will go with the shell, which are having the same number of shell, like if you will go with sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine and argon, if you will go with the electronic configuration, it is only going towards the third shell. If you will go, it will be considering as only up to M shell, because sodium, if you will go, it is having 11 atomic number, so it will be 281. If you will go with magnesium, it is 282. If you will go with aluminium, so it is 283. If we are going like this, if you will consider like sodium, because it is having 11, so it is 281. If you will go with magnesium, because it is having 12, so it is 282. If you will go with aluminium, that is having 13, so 283. In this way, if you will go with all the elements like silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine and argon, you will be going to see that it will be only assigned a position into K, L and M shell. So if you will see here, the atoms of different elements with the same number of occupied shells are belong, or you can say are placed in the same period, like sodium, magnesium, aluminium. If you will see in this periodic table, this is sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine. It has been given the third, if you will see third period, it has been assigned as. So this is how it has been considered and it has been explained. So this is about the position of elements in the periodic table, and even the number of elements in these periods also based on how electrons are filled into various shells. Like in K shell, we all know that only 2 electrons should be there in the first shell. We have studied about, if you remember, 2n square rule in the Bohr-Bury scheme. On the basis of that, that n stands for the number of shell. So K is the first shell, so 2 into 1 square is equals to 2. Hence first period has only 2 elements, if you will see. Then if you will go with the L shell, it is 2 into 2 square is equals to 8. Hence the second period has 8 elements. If you will go with the third shell, 2 into 3 square is equals to 18. But here if you will say that in the third period there is only 8 elements are there. Why it is? Because outermost shell can have only 8 electrons. We have studied that. Even if you remember, in class 9 I have explained you about the magic number like 288, 18, something like that. If you remember, in class 9th I have mentioned this, that this is called the magic number, because the third shell, it is having 8 electrons. And even why it is the magic number, you will come to understand there is nothing like a magic that it has been. You will study about in higher classes about this thing more deeply, more details you can say, and then you can understood that why in the third shell it is only having 8 elements. But as soon as I have already given you about the magic number, that the third shell should have 8 electrons, and that is why in the third shell is also having 8 electrons. But if you will go with the further, it is having the 18 and 32. So I hope you all understood about the modern periodic table, the position of elements in the periodic table. I hope it has been clear to you all. Just go through it. If you are having any doubt, then you are just ask to me. Okay, till then, take care. Thank you.